Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Genx TV. Today we're back with our Group 4 90-mile championship, round 3 at the start for Le Mans in France. So we have 11 laps. 2 laps is the minimum stint. So the pit window is also open from the end of lap 2 until the end of lap 9. All racing compounds are available, with all of them being required. It's early dawn, it's SO1, and it's a time dilation of 24x. So it should be one whole day in real time. So let's look at the table going into round 3. So after round 2, Jeff is sitting pretty at the top of the table with 111 points. Brooksy in second with 102, Sam 96, and also Veyrons. Karim is in 5th, followed by Shoju, Yemi, myself in equal 8th position with Deep Blue Driver on 58 points, Jiminish on 53, Batman on 30, Sammy on 23, and Firewoodman and Supercharger are still to post a race finish. So looking at the start, so qualifying position, Sam getting the pole, Jeff on second, Shane Z in third place, Karim qualified fourth, Kodu qualified fifth, I qualified sixth, Batman qualified seventh, and Deep Blue qualified in eighth position. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we're racing for the light. 5 light. Long haul, but we're away. Dan looks like he's kept first position. Jeff in second, Sharim in third, and Shinji has lost one position. I've gained 2 positions up to 4th position. So then goes down another position. So, what's the first couple of corners? So Dan is on the hard, Jeff is on the soft. So Jeff will want to be making hay while the sun shines. Karim is on mediums. I am on soft. Dylan is on mediums. So as they go down the straights for the first time, the loose chain is included in this race. So Jeff pulls out the split screen and takes the first position. Be pleased about that, so he can take advantage of his softer compound. Karim is third on the medium, bringing D also on the mediums. I picked up a half-second penalty on my soft tyres. Do not appear to be making any headway. Kozu is in 6th on the softs. Batman on the hards has also picked up half a second, and Deep Blue is in 8th position on the soft. Jane Z manages to keep fourth position. As Sam now comes under attack from Turin. Turin does take second position, going into the tight right-hander. Then Batman is now in close proximity to myself, choosing to pick up a couple of places here, or when we take our penalties. So Batman is stuck behind me. Kissy. And I pick up another half second for my troubles. So Kozu should take 2 positions here. Batman takes this position away from myself. Kozu indeed drove past us both into this position. And those penalties has also allowed Deep Blue to jump me in the nicest possible way as he goes up to 7th. So we have 2 distinct packs of 4 at the moment. Leading the way, Dan has pulled out 3-4 seconds maybe ahead of Dan using the Riviera tyres. Dan now has Jane D for a company. Remember, Dan is on the hardest compound, so we'll have the least amount of grip. Veyrons is still in touch in 4th position. Then we go back 5 seconds or so to Kozu, Batman. Deep Blue has also picked up a penalty, and then I am falling off the back of the pack. So we've got Batman and Kozu going side by side. Kozu has the inside line, shows wide. Will that be a penalty also? Nope, looks like he gets over that, but Batman has the inside and takes the position anyway. So Kozu is on soft, Batman is on hard tyres. Deep Blue also on soft, so these 2 will want to get past Batman if they can. We're down the long straight for the second time of asking. Pit window will open at the end of this lap. So Jeff in first. In the metallic silver and black. Graham is in second. Running the hard tires for his first stint. Him in 4th. Then back to Batman, who has a penalty. Kozu, Deep Blue, and myself. So I'm trying to get past Deep Blue, but being unsightly, so I need to pull out just to see my braking points. Back to the engine bay of the W16, rumbling behind me. Kozu is also in the slipstream of Batman. However, the slipstream does not appear to be doing much here today. Kozu could regain the position. As Batman serves his penalty. Oh, but he's picked up the penalty as well, so he will not. Jeff over extending the gap back to Dan, probably 5 seconds now. Dan still has Shendy in close proximity, but he has penalty, so he will lose position to Shireen. As he now does. We have a casual of penalties all being served for the four at the back. When that all settles down, Batman will still be in 5th, Kozu will still be in 6th, Deep Blue still in 7th, and I'm languishing in 8th position. So coming up to the pit window being open, I suspect Dan will pit, I suspect Jeff won't. So coming up to complete the second lap, indeed Jeff carries on. Dan, as predicted, goes into the pit. Corinne does not. Neither Dan. Fatman, I suspect, will on his hard tyres, which releases Kozu to 6th and shortly 5th. Deep Blue up to 6th, and I temporarily am promoted to 7th position. So where does Dan come out? Let's have a look. So seems to be a very long pit lane. So Jeff goes on his merry way. A healthy lead now, back to Shireen. Seems to be getting very loose, showing over the brow of that right-hander. Veyrons now is in the position of potentially being able to slingshot past down the straight. No, it's not making headway. So Bradley Dan came out in 7th with Batman in 8th. So Batman comes out on the mediums and Dan comes out on the mediums. So they will both be saving their soft tyres until the end. And Cheyenne gets a huge run. Shireen looks at him and says hello and goodbye. Back into the pit stream. So down the long back straight for the 3rd time out of 11. Yeah, probably 10 seconds ahead now. Indeed, in 2nd, trimmed up to 3rd, gets the stop. Kozu gets the stop and out. It's a 1.5 penalty somewhere. Deep Blue gets half a second penalty. I have half a second penalty. So will myself and Deep Blue. Oh, and I picked up another penalty. So I may not pass Kozu, but I think Deep Blue will. when they come to the penalty line. So we are now approaching the penalty line. So Deep Blue as yet has not passed. You're going to see now. He does indeed. Cody slips immediately back into the slipstream. Deep Blue goes wide. Enables Chosu to close it up again. So they're both on soft tyres, as am I behind. About the same, if anything, Deep Blue is probably a little bit better on the tyres. Are they going to risk one more lap? Yes, they both are going for it. Jeff is in the pits. So Trendy is promoted to first position. And that's moved Deep Blue up into second and Chosu up into third. Heady heights indeed. So everybody's still being suited and booted in the pit, including myself. Jeff comes out in fourth. And Jeff has lost quite a lot of time in that pit stop. Let's see, Shireen has brought through. So only lost these 2 laps on his hards, whereas Jeff also goes to hards, but has put much larger amounts of fuel in. That would be how Shireen closed the gap. And in 6th. So the first 3 currently have not stopped. Everybody else has. DMV has fuel and tyres to keep it going, so I don't think he'll be stopping. Deep Blue, maybe one more lap. Chosu, I think we'll probably put this lap. Jeff and Shrimp is the closest we have to an on-track battle. Third. He's staying within striking distance of Deep Blue. Batman still in 7th. I am in 8th and picks up yet another penalty. Ben with not extra points for how many penalties you get. Very wide, will I pick up more penalties? I do indeed. Okay, whereabouts are we? Deep Blue Kenny now is right on the bumper of Deep Blue, but picks up half a second. a promising closing will now be negated as Kenny serves the penalty and Ziku extends his lead over him. Jeff on Shrim, still battling. As we are now on lap 4. So let's look at these closing stages. So we are now progressing into the night. The pit window has now closed. Everybody has pitted, and if they haven't, they cannot now pit without a penalty. So after the final round of pit stops, let's see the positions. James D is in first place on the hard tyres, closely followed by Dan, who's on soft and is currently setting the fastest lap, but does have a penalty. Jeff is not far behind on medium in third. Corinne is in fourth. Batman is in fifth on soft. Deep Blue is on medium. Kozu is on medium. And I am on mediums. Picking up yet more penalties. Not my final try this one. So back to the front. Dan has got a toe. Pulls out the slipstream. Slowly but surely edges his way past Shane D. But what he'll be looking for to do now is to gain enough to get into the penalty line, which is not very far down the road, to keep Shane D at bay. I think Shane D is going to get this back relatively easily. And then sort of straight back into the slipstream again. Have Jeff not too far behind in third. Green in fourth on the soft, which are not looking great. Batman on soft looking a little bit better. Deep Blue on the mediums, Shozu on the mediums, and I'm on the mediums with a 2.5 penalty. So as the leaders start their final lap, 8 miles to go. Dan is on the better trippier tyre, but it is fairly warm. So the mitigation of the disparity of grip may not be so great. Jeff still in third position on the mediums. A couple of seconds back. Corinne 10 seconds or so further behind Jeff on the soft, looking very warm. Batman on the soft, also looking warm. Deep Blue, Cozy and myself all on the mediums. A lot of grip left. So back to the front again we go. And Dan now pulls out the slipstream and says thank you very much. Jim D pulls straight back in. Will that be the end of the challenge defense by Shane D? Jeff in third. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So as they come to the start right-hander for the last time, Shane D has not given up the chase. Jeff behind. Shane D is closing inch by inch. Not soon enough for this corner. Jeff is definitely struggling on those tyres now. Shane D. Takes the position. Let's go back and have a look at that. So Sam goes a little wide, Shenzi takes the title line. Despite having the harder tyres, manages to get a better traction at the corner due to Zan's tyres being absolutely knackers. But Zan has so much given up, so they're side by side now. Coming into the latter corners. Kenzie has the outside, Zan the inside. That will be reversed for the next corner. Kenzie manages to shoot out a few meters ahead. Allowing Jeff to close up to the back of both of them, but I think it's far too late. So, penultimate corner on the final lap. Genji just needs to keep it nice and tidy, and victory it is. And a great finish, so well done to Genji. Second place, Jeff. Third place in quick order, Jeff to win. Now coming to the end of the race in fourth position. Well done to win. Batman in fifth position. The line in fifth position, Seat Blue. Jeff is ahead of Kenny, so Seat Blue in sixth position. Then also in corner. That's the final chicane. Hits the apex and over the line for sixth. Cody follows him over the line in seventh, but picks up the penalty. That will only be a 1 second penalty, and I am bringing up the rear with, surprise, surprise, another penalty. I close out the race in 8th position. Okay, there you go. I hope everybody enjoyed that. But, leaves for me to say once more, remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.